How we doing, people? It's Sunday the 24th of July 2022. That's the middle of summer for those of you who don't quite get it. Does that look like a summer sky to you? This is what I've been dealing with now for 5 days solid up here, apart from a tiny little bit in the morning yesterday morning. Yesterday morning I got up really early and it was blue for about 3 hours. This morning was a little bit of sun till about midday. However, there were tram lines all over the sky. I've not been able to make many videos this week because it's been very difficult to obtain solar power this week, as we haven't really seen any sun. Weirdly, since that absolute scorching, crazy, insane heat, which that is totally abnormal as well. And I hear people going, oh, it's just 35 degrees, it's standard, it's happened plenty of times before. What they fail to notice, these people who speak like that, is A, our sun is white, which it hasn't been for all my life. That's a dead cert. I am in the process of trying to find out when that turned white. It seems it's been white for quite a number of years now. I've seen photos going back to 2015 which show white sun in the sky, so a bit more digging on that required to find out when. It was definitely yellow when I was a kid, there's no doubt about it. My memory doesn't not serve me. I see how the media operates in this country, and probably across the world, to be fair, that they try to kid you into believing that you haven't seen something or whatever. It's gibberish. Also, the harp's been on now for pretty much solid 100 hours, and it is pretty intense up here on the hill. It's like a pulsed high-pitched sound is probably the best way to describe it. Sometimes, I mean, there's been periods this week where it's been so intense, it's insane. It's not so bad today. However, when you got this stuff flying around, this is the reason it's so gusty, is because microwave beams are being pulsed in certain directions from ships, from harp facilities, you name it. And I have a very strong feeling that our little turbines on the hill accentuate the wind speeds. I've walked on the moors many times, and that particular turbine over there, which is only a small one, I walked past that back end of last year, September, something like that, and that sped up when I walked past it, and I was like, that's fucking bizarre. There wasn't any wind either, which was a bit strange, and I was like, that's not what wind turbines do. They react to the wind, allegedly. So I have a theory that, being as though we're surrounded by turbines on the hill here, they're actually accentuating this wind. So the beams are pulsed, the turbines pick it up, and then because they turn in the way they do, it actually makes the pulsed wind worse. It's very hard to prove. However, I know for a fact that wind turbines are not all they're cracked up to be. That's a dead cert. They require tons of hydraulic oil, tons and tons of maintenance that cost tons of materials to make, which are hardly environmentally friendly by any stretch. The blades, for example, are not recycled. They're buried in hills. I've seen plenty of videos showing it being done. I'm going a little bit off topic, but really what I want to say is it's July, people. Does this look like July weather? You could talk about storms all you like. Storms don't last 5 days in the middle of summer. And you don't get perfectly blue sky in the morning and then it get absolutely raked by planes, and then weirdly you get this shit to follow it. Those planes that they draw these parallel lines across the sky basically act as a net. So they draw them across the sky, cloud crashes into them and sticks to them. I know this because I've watched it time and time again happen. Same shit every single time. It's not by chance. I'm going to leave that there for now. if you know anyone who's daft enough to believe this is natural weather, show them this video, give them a kick up the arse, and tell them to take notice, because, like, without people getting on board, nothing's ever going to change. And I also would like to say that I think a lot of this spraying at the moment is being done to mitigate the damage from the white sun, which is causing carnage. I have another section of video to do when I get out on the moors, when it's a bit calmer, when I can actually speak. There's no danger of being able to film up there at the moment and speak and anyone be able to hear me, because it's blowing a hoolie. But you can literally see, I've just filmed a section in the woods down the road where there's a big section of grass where it's quite open, and that has blatantly been radiated. It's not scorched, it's a totally different type of brown. I've seen it happen last year as well, and it's from the sun. So I will find out what is going on with this sun. I'm a very determined individual, and when I set my mind to something, I'll find out. So I'll leave it there for now, but yeah, spread the word, people. Like, wake up the sleepers, because I have tried and tried and tried. I'm sure you have all tried and tried and tried to get through to people. I feel like talking to a wall, most people I speak to. It's just like they're so in disbelief that this could possibly be happening, but yet won't look at the sky while it is happening for some fucking bizarre reason. Denial, ignorance, whatever you want to call it. If I don't know about it, it won't hurt me, but that is not the truth, unfortunately, because, like, whether you know about it or not, the weather will do damage if it's allowed to be done. And, like, if they're chucking this amount of rain at you in the middle of summer, and these high strong winds, they will do damage, simple as that. And, like, it may wake people up, it may not. I don't think it will. I don't think many people more are going to wake up in this world. I keep hearing people saying, like, oh, the movement's growing, rah-de-rah, and I'm like, is it? It's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing even the bloody truthers are fucking lost in a world of bloody psyops and all the rest of it, like, and don't want to look at the bigger picture, and don't. Once they get an idea in their head, that's their idea, and, like, there's no converting them. There's no saying, well, actually, it's something different. I don't know all the answers either, and I don't profess to know all the answers, but what I do is observe, 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 observe continuously. And my perspectives change, and I'm quite happy to put my hands up and say, do you know what? Didn't quite get that right. However, I'm asking the questions, and I'm asking the questions, and I'm asking the questions. And sometimes I find the answers, sometimes I get the wrong answer. Do you know what I mean? However, don't get caught up on one thing being the answer, because, like, that's when you're being duped, quite frankly. And we can't afford to be duped anymore. We need to fucking find out what's going on. I hear a lot of people saying don't get distracted by the 3D and all the rest of it, but I'm not coming at this from a place of anger. I'm coming at this from a place of, let's do something about it, people. It doesn't have to be aggressive. It doesn't have to be anything. It just has to be a show of strength. Simple as that. And say no, and say we do not comply, and we are not accepting this. It is as simple as that, really, and it is about standing up and speaking out more, because I see a lot of keyboard warriors. I don't see many people putting their face to camera. I don't see many people doing actual things out in the streets. To get your message through, you have to be seen. You have to be heard. Much as it's uncomfortable. Do you know, I used to feel really uncomfortable doing this in front of camera and all the rest of it. Speaking to people face to face. Having done it repeatedly, it gets easier, and the more us do it, the more clout we've got. Simple as that. So that's my kind of parting message for the day. I'll leave it there. Love you all. Peace out.